Yeah.
Forget the rest.
How y'all feeling, baby?
You're rocking with the best radio station on the planet. SDM Live Unplugged.
Hello, hello. We're back. Real Talk with Crystal
and Rosalind.
And our guest today,
Vic.
So, today's topic, we'll be talking about relationships in the workplace. Pros and cons. Is it a good idea or no? So, I guess we start now. I would say it's not a good idea. I wouldn't do it. I've done it. I wouldn't do it again. So,
well, how did it turn out? Like, why would you say you wouldn't do it again?
Oh my gosh. We don't have that much time to talk about that. Didn't turn out too well. Like, one of them, we still deal with each other to this day. Mm-hmm. Even though technically I was a volunteer with this situation. I wasn't actually working. But
what was you volunteering?
It was at a school, you hater.
Oh.
I like the way you said that.
Right.
Why you say it like
he
that?
He was insinuating.
You was like, I was volunteering.
That didn't feel right. But no, I was volunteering at the school.
Oh, so you weren't volunteering for him?
No, I wasn't volunteering for him. I didn't know him. I actually met them while I was, I said them.
Damn.
It was two.
It's so irritating. Okay, it was two different schools, and it was years later. Well,
so
maybe two
different
years later.
schools, one man, or one man, two different schools?
It was two different men, two different schools. Although the other problem was, too, they both ended up at the same school while I was there, which really made it awkward because I didn't realize when you work at schools, like as teachers and other jobs, they all know each other.
Yeah. It's a small community.
I know. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm going to stop putting myself out there. There was one other person.
Wow. Oh, you got a lot of experience.
No, it was one other one. So the one I started talking to, I might have dealt with another person, and then he came to the school I was at. So they ended up knowing each other also. So that's why I was like, I don't date anybody that work for the school system anymore, ever.
So was it like conflict, though? Because you know what I'm saying? Some people...
So what it was, I started
so it really
talking
wasn't a con.
No, I started dealing with this one person, but it wasn't nothing serious. That was, we knew that right off the bat. Okay. But then it was like over the summer, me and one of them was talking.
Hold on. So on the first one, you said it wasn't nothing serious, so what do you mean?
Not those two dudes. It was a third.
I mean, what do no serious mean to you? I mean, I'm just out of curiosity.
I'm not about to talk about this so much more than you.
Oh.
We were just kicking it.
What do kicking it mean?
Me and the one guy.
You know what kicking
Are
it
you
mean.
serious right now?
I'm just
really
asking. People want to know.
I got you.
We all know
we're
what
gonna
kicking
leave,
it
right.
mean.
We're gonna leave it
We
at
all
kicking
know.
it. So me and him started kicking it, but then I ended up meeting the other one. So after a while, I finally started talking to him, but I had shut the other situation down. So it wasn't like I was dealing with both, but they didn't know each other. So one of them was just subbing at the school for the summer. So it wasn't his regular school, but he ended up coming back as a sub during the school year, which is how they met. So, of course, that became complicated. Because it's too much nitpicking. Like, we always talk about how women gossip. Men gossip more and sometimes have better drama and dirt than women.
They always have a good gossip.
Yes.
Always. They know everything.
And that's how he was. So he would run back and tell the other guy, like, yeah, your girl this, your girl that. And I'm
so
like,
it did start causing some conflict because he was being a hater.
Yeah, I actually forgot about that.
Yeah. He was being a hater.
Yeah. So it was just kind of awkward.
That's why I would never date anybody I work with.
Well, let's say men brag, women gossip.
Men gossip.
They do both.
Yeah.
Because I actually do remember at the same school, I'll never say names, but at the same school, it was a guy that I used to be cool with. So you know how you had dudes you just real cool with. So they tell you certain things that they don't tell everybody else because you straight with them. So I'm talking to one of my boys, And he telling me some stuff. He was like, man, listen. He said all of us are sitting around talking, all the fellas kicking it, talking about who they done kicked it with, who they done slept with. And, I mean, putting names out there and everything and giving some extra information. And I'm like, what? Like, are you serious? So I'm getting dirt, too, because I'm like, he telling me a few people that other people messed around with. He was like, man, he said they was just all sitting there talking about it. Like, yeah, she cool, though. She cool people. So it was like certain teachers that I knew certain guys had actually messed around with.
Mm-hmm. So that's the main reason why I wouldn't date anybody that I work with. Because eventually it's going to come out. And then most jobs anyway have stuff in place where you can't date in the workplace, or they strongly say you shouldn't be dating each other because it causes conflict. But I have worked with people that started dating, got married.
It works for some.
Okay.
Yeah. I know someone that's been married to her husband, over 40 years. I forgot how long exactly, but they've been married over 40 years. And she met him at work. They didn't work in the same department, but they worked for the same company, and they used to see each other all the time and started dating. So, I mean, it does work out.
Yeah, it can work. But I think it's more.
Some do.
Yeah, I think it's more that don't work out. So you sound like you got a story.
I'm saying it's a pro and it's a con to it.
Yes.
Now, I think a lot of people in a workplace, they do cheat a whole lot, because you gotta look at it like this. If you're working somewhere, you're working 40 or some hours a week, you spending a lot of time with this person. Mm-hmm. So in some cases, you working more than you spend time with the person that you with.
Mm-hmm. True.
You know, so sometimes you develop a relationship with that person. And then if you feel like you get more attention on this side than you is from home, sometimes that do lead to people having, extra affairs and marital affairs, all that other stuff. So, I feel like going into that situation, you got to kind of know what you want and what you don't want. Because once again, it's a pro and it's a con to it. And if it don't work out, it can get uncomfortable. I say that.
Very uncomfortable. And somebody can end up losing their job.
Yeah. But it's kind of hard to keep it a secret, too, because when people are kicking it with each other, sometimes you just notice certain things. Like, you notice how they always interact with each other, how they're always around each other, always talking, or always going to lunch together. It's like certain little things that people always pay attention to. But the crazy part is, you could just be cool with this person. It's nothing going on. But because you're a man or a woman, and you guys are hanging out so much together, people will swear it got to be something. So that's the other problem with it. People are guessing, and people spread rumors. Like, I've heard when I was at work, this was probably maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I had one of my coworkers come to me, and they were like, yeah, what happened? So I'm like, I don't know. What are you talking about? They were like, yeah, we heard that you and another male coworker got into it with one of the parents. So I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? It was like, yeah, we heard you guys were going off on her. And I'm like, where'd you hear that from? Like, we didn't go off. We were talking to her, joking around with her, picking with her, but we weren't going off on her. Then somebody else came back and was like, yeah, talking about, I heard that you and the lady were getting into it over him. So I'm like, are you serious? I heard like 3 different rumors. So me and her arguing over him, me and him arguing with her, and I forgot the third one. But it was so funny. Like, first off, nothing going on with him at all. With her, we cool with her. So I'm like, where would all that come from? But that came, and I know who actually started the rumor. It was a person walking past, and I saw her in the hallway when she walked past while we was joking around, messing with the lady. So she goes back down to her hallway, goes down there, tells 2 different classrooms full of people that we're getting into it over a guy.
Dude that worked there.
Which had nothing to do with anything, because there was nothing going on. But those rumors, it doesn't really matter. Rumors get out.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard about coworkers through the years that are married, hitting on other coworkers.
I mean, because people be
Sleeping
nosy
with me.
and don't know how to mind their business. That's probably the biggest issue. Because I'm like, I have a male coworker, and everybody swore up and down that we were dating. And we are truly, he's like my brother. Nothing more. Until this day, we don't even work in the same area anymore. And when they see us or something changes in our life, they're like, oh, how does he feel about this? Or how does she feel about that? Like, dude, we are not dating. And that's, again, why I wouldn't. Because like you say, people see you hanging out. They act like men and women can't just be friends. Yeah. And then all these rumors get to going. And next thing you know, y'all dating, having babies, having kids, and y'all just friends.
Well, let me say this. on my end, I wanted all the smoke. I had a reputation anyway. So when I did get into the little workplace.
What was your reputation?
And what's all the smoke? What smoke you wanted?
Yeah.
What smoke I wanted?
Yes, what smoke did you want?
It was all good. If you're going to gossip and talk about me, yeah, talk about,
For real.
But what was your reputation?
my reputation.
I could guess, but I just want to hear you say it.
My reputation was that of a ladies' man. I actually did. I did kick it with I had like 5 coworkers that I had kicked it with.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so I
And
wanted
they
to
all
smoke.
work together?
I believe it.
Yeah, I wanted to smoke. Yeah, I wanted it. I didn't really care. I had just got out of a long-term relationship, so I just was like
So
clowning.
you caused all that conflict.
It wasn't no conflict
So
for me.
the lady,
What?
but it was still probably, I'm sure it was conflict with those 5 women.
No,
Obviously.
my reputation was like that. My reputation was fried anyway, so it was like
So each
it was
chick,
not
so
unexpected of me.
Okay, but so each woman you dated, wait, you gotta explain to me how this happened. That you dated 5 women and y'all all worked together. Did they work closely together?
It was in retail, so different departments,
I
different
Different
figured.
things,
shifts. Okay.
different shifts. I worked every shift. It was so, some didn't see the other one, I didn't see that one. It wasn't at the same time though, so
Okay.
Think
What?
about him through the years, though. I can see it.
So did any of those end bad to where it was like, I definitely can't work with her anymore on this shift, or?
one of them got really annoying and started trying to come around my department, and I wasn't feeling it. But it was a lot of stuff there. It was like older ladies taking me to lunch, younger women, so it was like I was all over the place. But I wasn't kicking it with all of them.
Older?
No, I wasn't kicking it with all of them. I'm
You
talking
were kicking it
about
with the older ones?
outside of that. No, I wasn't. Stop. I wasn't, but I don't know. It can get uncomfortable. But to answer that, one of them I actually got in a relationship with for a long time, so it worked out. It didn't have nothing to do with us working together, that our relationship didn't work out.
So let me ask you this. Did anyone spread any rumors about you?
He wanted all that smoke.
Whatever rumors, it was always something said about me. I didn't care. They said, it was coming to the point where, because I was also dealing with guests, or we call them guests or customers.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It was messy. I was sloppy. I was all over the place.
So
Would
you
you
was
do it
dating the
again?
customers too?
Would I do it again? Not now. Would I have done it then? I was a different person, different mentality.
But knowing what you know now, you would not pursue a relationship in the workplace.
It depends on if I'm feeling the person. I'm not gonna put myself in restrictions. If I'm single, it really don't matter to me. Like I say, I want all the smoke.
Oh, you tripping? Because it does get complicated because you have, especially if you have to see this person every day, all the time, and then if it goes left, it's like it's awkward because you can feel that tension when you guys are around each other. Like if you have to go to a meeting, or if you just have to be around each other for whatever reason, when it goes left, it's not the same.
To each his own.
He's so messy. He like I'm ready for
And
this.
you know what? And I think it also depends on the dynamics where you work at.
Yeah.
Because if you it's only a few men and more women, and the pool is bigger for the men today, I think that's when it starts getting messier because all these different women trying to talk to the same people because there's not that many men. And like you said, we spend most of our time at work.
Yeah.
I mean, in the same way, if it's a woman that's working with a whole bunch of men, I mean, like she got picks. And then men get possessive just like women get possessive.
Yeah, but once again, you gotta look at it like this. It's always gonna be that thing with the man and woman thing. If a man do it, then of course a lot of people gonna give him props. If a woman do it, then she all over the place. She getting passed around. She a thought.
Yes.
All the rest of that stuff. So it's still a different
standard.
Still a double standard to it. So people coming to me telling me about it was like, you know, more so I was giving praise about what I was doing versus the women. When they talk about the women, they go in on them like that. So, but the men, they be like, oh, wow, he doing this thing. He doing this and not the other, you know, so it's a double standard. I can agree.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I said definitely.
Because if we even date the guy that is screwing everybody else, it does make us look bad. Like, why is she messing with him? Like, we know he slept with her. So even if nothing goes on, it's still a lot of damage that could be done to your reputation. Real easy.
True. But on a flip end, because I had that reputation, I had some weird encounters, I'll say that. A couple.
Tell us one.
Okay.
I was time for one before we have to go to break.
Well, I was with one of the managers. We was in the room, and she had, I guess, came there to give me my assessment, yada yada yada. So she was like, "This the only place in the store that no cameras in." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." Before I knew it, she had pushed me up against the wall and was out there. I was like, "What the heck?" Now, if that was in reverse, that would have been like sexual harassment.
It was sexual harassment with you.
Yeah, it was to a certain extent because.
So what happened?
I would have told.
So what happened? This is what I want to know.
He must have wanted it.
No.
Because he did have a smirk on his face.
No.
She wanted it.
He had a smirk.
No. I flirted a lot, but I didn't want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
How she look?
I can't recall. Whatever the case, I got up out of there. So no, to answer your question, nothing happened. I ran. I went the other way. So you know,
That is too funny.
you said, was I scared?
He was scared.
Sorta, kinda.
Because you didn't like her being so aggressive, probably. Men don't really like women being aggressive.
No, men like women that they like being aggressive. Yeah. A woman that you're not really checking out like that's being aggressive, it'll have you going the other way. So with her, she was a little bit aggressive, and she wasn't really she had been trying to flirt with me for a long time, and I'd be like, playing it off. And then when she finally got me, she was like, oh, this guy got that reputation. So she thought I was on and popping, you know. So
as a man, has it ever made you feel kind of uncomfortable when you're flirting with and hitting on all these women that somebody could easily lie on you and say something happened when they didn't?
At work, yeah. Because that's
I didn't care. So
You are ridiculous.
I mean,
out here.
I was just cool with people, and they was like, "Oh, Vic messing around with her." I'd be like, "Man, whatever." But it didn't really bother me because at the end of the day, it didn't matter. It all was a part of my rep, so it was like whatever.
And when you're younger, we do a lot of reckless stuff. So
Yes.
we don't be thinking about consequences.
Not at all. Because we don't understand. I think a lot of times people don't understand what it can do to your reputation, especially. Whether something is true or not, once it's out there, it's out there. And a lot of times we're not focused on that. When you're young, you are like in the moment. I want to have fun. This person look good. Let me go ahead and kick it with them. I'm not going to worry about anything else. Then when you look back, it's like, whew, okay, I was a little out there.
Once
I should've
again,
learned that.
you say when you look back at a woman and a man, it's still two different things.
Definitely. Double standards always there.
You look at a woman, it's like she was all over the place, you know. And as a man, we look at that when we be like looking up at women, we be like, whoa, she's been all over the place. She loose. You know what that mean?
He got
She's been
why he
living
saying
her
it,
life,
right?
right? She been living her life. But women don't want no
You
horse
can
man
live your
either.
life.
No, that slept with everyone.
You can live your life and still be loose. A
Just
man
like a
said the
man.
So
same.
what is a man
No.
then? So what is a man? If a man is screwing any and everything, moving and walking.
No, we talking about, when I say loose, we talking about on the physical thing. We not talking about loose.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh,
really?
okay. On
You didn't
that
catch
note,
that?
Yeah. On that note, y'all,
Did he really go there?
we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
Wait, did you really go there?
Make a move, make it matter. Yeah. Forget the rest.
Are y'all feeling better?
You're rocking with the best radio station on the planet. SDM Live Unplugged.
Don't you know it's been my time, my time, my time. You can catch me on my grind, my grind, my grind. Don't you know it's been my time, my time, my time. You can catch me on my grind, my grind, my grind.
Any bitch in my position would've been folded. Don't be shooting with me, but they steady trolling. Woke up on the daily trying to keep my focus. Don't celebrate me when I'm gone, give me all my roses. Can't trust these niggas all top, serving them in doses. Niggas sweaty solid, but don't know what a cold is. When I lost my mama, I know what no hope is. Every time I fight, I know what standing alone is. Every time I get a test, that's where the growth is. This part up in my heart is hollow where the hole is. Broke the levy on this bitch, that's where my boat is. The struggle brought me hustle, and that's where the flow is. A Willis, I ain't never kept up with the Joneses. Gotta be careful with little approaches. Money change niggas, that's where the control is. Bitches feeling surface, that's what haters pose it.
Don't you know it's been my time, my time, my time. You can catch me on my grind, my grind, my grind. Don't you know it's been my time, my time, my time. You can catch me on my grind, my grind, my grind.
Niggas true as feeling surface real exposing. Niggas be like Peter, baby, you the coldest. My knot so big that you can't even fold them. Ripping at that gang, all cap, bold print. The fuck you coming at me for? Niggas be on all shit, quick empty, quick reload. Niggas sipping they stay capping, no pimp gang, no stilo. D-cap be all fitted, no snapback, no Velcro. What's up, baby, what the word is? It's all pros when the bird's in. Catch me in the studio, nigga, working. The celly sounding off, nigga, blurping. All out, nothing's regular. When they speak my name, know they heard of her. Niggas hella lame, they ain't never up. Niggas stop complaining, get your fatty up.
Don't you know it's been my time, my time, my time. You can catch me on my grind, my grind, my grind. Don't you know it's been my time, my time, my time. You can catch me on my grind, my grind, my grind.
Niggas love you till you become competition. This is truest shit I ever wrote, truest shit I ever spoke. That gang, bitch. Y'all bitches better bow down or buckle down. Ha. Don't you know it's on my grind? Yeah. Don't you know it's been my time? Get out music, that gang shit.
The station with the best music. Best music.
I love the music.
Best music.
Yeah. I'm on my UK shit. Shout out to London. Yeah, me, I make them wonder. Check out me block, block, block. Me bout to kill this summer. You gon' need drop, drop, drop. Yeah, me, I make them wonder. Yeah, me, I make them wonder. Yeah, me, I make them wonder. Check out me block, block, block. Yeah, me, I make them wonder. Check out me block, block, block. Me bout to kill this summer. You gon' need drop, drop, drop. Yeah, me, I make them wonder. Yeah, me, I make them wonder. Yeah, me, I make them wonder. Check out me block, yeah, yeah. Yeah, me, I make them wonder. Me bout to kill this summer. Paddock on deck and Tundra. Shout to me kings in London. Me bout to go on run. Record me check all handguns. Soon as me land at the airport, me getting straight to agenda. Name a marquee at the venue. You mad cause your name not on one. Me kill, that's what you do. Long as a nigga don't run now. CB and me and my crew. Certified nigga, I'ma run it up. We gonna ride the way. We coming a bloody summer. Yeah, me, I make them wonder. Check out me block, block, block. Me about to kill this summer. You gon' need ja, ja, ja. Yeah, me, I make them wonder. Yeah, me, I make them wonder. Yeah, me, I make them wonder. Check out me block, block, block. Yeah, me, I make them wonder. Check out me block, block, block. Me about to kill this summer. You gon' need ja, ja, ja. Yeah, me, I make them wonder. Yeah, me, I make them wonder. Yeah, me, I make them wonder. Check out me block, block. Yeah, me rock me fan consistently. And profit a margin raise consistently. Yeah, yeah. Now raise your glasses, me propose a toast to the best to ever write the quote. To find me wave and still be lyrical. The shit be coming from me spiritual. Look how they write me way. They believe me so incredible. Got me feeling like Kanye. Me the greatest, hold me like a show. Yeah, me I make them wonder. Why they wreck ourselves go under. Me stay consistent, dropping this real shit and me still be hot like summer. Me bout to kill this summer. Watch out me bout the flex. Yeah, me I make them wonder. About the zeros that on me check. Yeah, me I make them wonder. Check out me block, block, block. Me bout to kill this summer. You gon' need ja, ja, ja. Yeah, me I make them wonder. Yeah, me I make them wonder. Yeah, me I make them wonder. Check out me block, block, block. Yeah, me I make them wonder. Check out me block, block, block. Me bout to kill this summer. You gon' need ja, ja, ja. Yeah, me I make them wonder. Yeah, me I make them wonder. Yeah, me I make them wonder. Check out me block, block. Shout out to the UK, man. Shout out to London. Yeah. East.
We're back. So we've been sitting here just talking about dating coworkers. I almost forgot what we were talking about. So,
Y'all got any final thoughts on that? Would you do it again? We know you would.
Wow.
Obviously, we all know he would. It's okay.
I do what I feel like I want to do in the moment.
Okay.
So
In the moment, you don't feel like you too. I'm not calling you old, but you don't feel like you too old to do certain things like that now.
I feel like I'm too old to be all over the place, but if I met that right person or I'm with that right person, then I'm going to do what I do. I'm not going to put restrictions on myself and say, you know what, I'm not going to like you because I'm in a workplace. And am I going to worry about whether it work out or not or explode? I want the smoke.
That's fair. What about you, Chris?
He crazy. I would never do it again. I have no interest in it at all. It can get too messy, and there's no reason to play where you work. This is where I get my money. This is where I make my living. This is how I take care of myself and my family. It's not really worth it to play around with it. And again, especially depending on the kind of job you have and the work you do, reputation is everything. People can hear about your reputation. Your reputation can go ahead of you to so many other places where people know about you and you've never even met these people. Yep. So I just think that's something to definitely think about.
Let me say this. You talking about it from hindsight, but if that person come to show style, doing all that stuff going out the window.
Not really.
No.
Sometimes you have to learn to look and not touch. Only a fool would keep making the same mistake over and over again. We're older, so
who say it's a
been there,
mistake?
done that.
Who said it's a mistake?
I'm just saying.
This is her opinion.
Okay.
He just want to justify doing it
right.
because he know he's a thought.
He felt attacked. He
No,
felt
I'm
attacked,
not.
Crystal.
Not at all. Not anymore. I'm retired.
Well, I've never done it. I don't think I ever would. But Vic did make good points. Because you could meet your potential person at work.
I mean, that's always possible, but again, it's just the point of really, you have to really weigh pros and cons to it and see if this is something that's worth it. Because if it does go left, your reputation, especially as a woman, as a man, you don't have to worry about your reputation as much as we do.
Right. And it would have to be like really special circumstances. Like not necessarily us working in the same building. But we work for like the same company or something, but a whole nother department. Yeah. I could do that. Yeah. But I don't need everybody in my business.
Right.
Well, reputations don't mean nothing unless you lose, so.
Okay. All right, Chris.
Real talk.
That's some nonsense. Did somebody say good? Don't agree with him over there. Thank you. Don't agree with him.
Wow.
We'll deal with you later.
That's why when you with a lot of different men, it's a lot of different sizes.
Oh my God.
It gets
Listen, we are not about to have this conversation.
Not about to do
all
that.
over the place.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie. Because if
That's
it was
not-
loose, listen,
shit.
that's a lie.
If
it
a
was
woman
right,
can have a
because
baby,
I hope mama heard that.
then she can take anything.
Exactly.
Is that why people? I forgot. It was like some rappers or something was getting some surgery done down there. They was like so out there, ocean wide, that they had to get surgery.
That's that virginity surgery or something. People want to be like that.
Actually, a lot of women have been doing that. She's right.
I'm telling you from a man perspective, if you with a woman and you gotta be hitting all the way on this side and this side because the walls is breached, it's a problem.
Or is it that you got to keep hitting on this side or that side because obviously you ain't found the right angle yet? Or that don't have nothing to do with the size of her stuff or how loose or tight it is.
If you loose and you've been
Get
doing
out
your
of here.
thing,
We
you
gonna
all
take
over
we
the
gonna
place.
take you to school biology 101.
On that note, we're gonna go into Crystal's topics and we're gonna talk about what.
You better save him.
Cardi B.
Get me started.
And Megan Thee
You about to get me
Stallion.
started.
That's a
now.
perfect slide-in intro.
I know. I love how you changed that topic real quick. Cause let me get focused.
So what's the new topic?
We talking about what? Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion performance at the Grammys. What do y'all think? That was the Grammys, all right? I don't keep.
I
up
don't
with
even
the
know.
music.
I just know it was an award
was
show.
I think it was the Grammys.
Yeah.
So did you actually see the performance?
I saw like a picture of it or something, and then I saw a little bit of it on TV. But no, I don't really watch award shows. But all of the controversy surrounding it, I did get a chance to kind of see a little bit and hear about it. Just their performances, they were saying how the outfits were too sexual, too racy, saying that they basically looked like strippers on the stage while they were doing their performance. Talking about how they were scissoring each other.
I said, when they doing that little scissor thing?
Yeah, and that was a little much. But their outfits were no different than any other entertainer's outfits. Like, come on. They really weren't. Their outfits weren't bad to me.
I mean, I didn't particularly care for the outfits, but again, we've seen so many other women wearing worse and barely anything. My question is, why do women feel like they have to sink to these levels to get attention, to boost their careers when you don't have a man walking around with a string bikini on?
Well, let me say this.
Or less
It's a
clothes.
couple different things to that. Now, on a business standpoint, that's what people buy. That's what they into in terms of music. But like, if you can have somebody that's lyrical, is in a mug, but they gonna sell more records and album than a person that's lyrically like that. So, you know,
They're a brand. That's how I look at it, and that's their
Yeah.
brand. Their brand is sex. So, and Cardi was a stripper at one point, and she took that brand and she took that negative, not
Made it
necessarily
work for her.
negative, but
She made it
she
work
turned
for
it
her.
around and make it work for her.
Yeah.
And that was what was up. I like that. But that's what she knows. That's what she's good at. So that's what
Yeah.
she does.
my only beef with Cardi is the fact that she won't let she got a daughter or
Yeah,
something.
she has a daughter.
She won't let her daughter listen to her music. So
But that's not a beef because she's being a parent and everybody else need to be a parent and parent their child. The same way Luke said, my kids don't listen to that. Why are y'all allowing y'all kids to get access to it?
Actually, Snoop Dogg said the same thing.
Yeah.
True,
He said
but
we're
it's-
not
that
role
music
but
models.
it's out there though.
Yeah.
But you have to parent. Parents are lazy. That's not their responsibility to produce music so your kids can listen to it.
Parents ain't lazy. You can't
No.
keep with a child 24/7. It's like
I'm gonna actually agree with her on that. Parents are not parenting. A lot of parents are too busy trying to be their children's friends that they're not parenting like they need to. And this is not something new. This has been going on for a long time, since we were young, actually, where I know before they used to have the parental controls, and a lot of parents used to always put that on the TV so their kids couldn't watch certain content. But I mean, the fact of the matter is, what they're doing, the entertainment really is for adults. That's just like if you have a movie that you know your kids shouldn't watch, you're gonna try. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna try to make sure that they're not really watching.
It's like this: if you grow up in a strict household and your parents tell you no, that's gonna make you want to do it even more.
Okay.
You know, so you telling your kid, and I get what you're saying. Yeah, you got to put them boundaries in place, but it's out there. And if you telling your kid not to do it, then chances are they're gonna hear it at school. They're gonna hear it on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's still not the entertainer's responsibility. Everybody, this is their job. That's their brand. That's how they're branding themselves. And if you don't like it, don't listen to it.
Shoot.
Easier said than done, but okay.
I mean, and then at the end of the day, people making all this hoopla about it, but who's giving them the platform to even sell the music? The same people that's complaining. If you didn't give them the platform, then you wouldn't have the opportunity to hear it.
Yeah. Well, it's out there. Bottom line.
I like Megan and Cardi.
I'm not really a fan.
But their performance
really
was kind of like, you can tell they not dancers. Because like my friend said, she was like, it looked like they counting. It does. It looked like they was counting the moves so they could stay on step. But they said, the one, some stuff was inappropriate. I agree. Stuff do be inappropriate.
I like
y'all doing too much, but
they know it.
Like
they
you
like
said,
to push the envelope.
that's the shock factor. And guess what? Everybody talking about them and still talking about them a week later, and that's what they want, publicity. So then now all them people complaining about that's too racy for the kids. Guess what your kids is doing? Trying to run out and see what you talking about and trying to listen to Cardi and Megan.
They've been listening to them.
See what's WAP.
Right.
What do WAP stand for anyway?
Wet. No.
You caught that, huh? We want some WAP, but not no loose WAP.
Okay, enough of
I'm
that.
sorry.
Enough.
That was such a real creep move right there, dude.
Okay.
That was so creepy.
All right.
So creepy. All
Okay,
right.
I'm gonna be good.
We ain't gonna give you room no more because we didn't pass the.
He on a whole
the
different
sexy
level
stuff.
today.
What are we talking about?
I ain't never seen you get this loose. You on a whole different level.
No, I'm not loose.
Yeah. User. Let's see. What's the next?
Wow. I'm chilling.
Of course you are. So Kirk Franklin drama with his son.
I need to hear the whole conversation. Okay, because this he's 30 years old, right? The son?
33.
Okay, you're 33 years old. What were you saying that led your dad to say he gonna put his knee in your neck or whatever he said? What was your? We only heard what he said, but what was the entire conversation that you even get to that?
I think he told him. He tell him to shut the F up or something.
Okay, so
in part of the conversation,
the son did.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Okay,
of, it was tension.
Okay, so therefore, if you told your mama to shut the F up, what would she do?
My mama crazy, so we didn't have to even bring my mama into this.
So he did good that his daddy didn't put hands on him.
You know what? I don't know. I'm kind of back and forth with that. This is the thing. At the end of the day, it's always a respect level that should never be crossed. But I think it's interesting when you look at that situation. People love Kirk Franklin. He's been doing gospel, since the 90s or was it the 80s?
90s.
Since the 90s. So sometimes as celebrities, we give them a pass. Like, a lot of people have been attacking his son. Should you have aired your dirty laundry? Absolutely not. At the same time, we don't know if Kirk Franklin been going off on his son. If they say it's a very toxic relationship, it could have been a lot of stuff that we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? He could have been mistreating him. He could have been neglecting him, treating him like crap. It could have been a lot of stuff.
But I get all that. But sir, you're 33 now. You don't have to deal with him any longer.
No.
But no,
so you're choosing that.
It wasn't even nothing he said. That's watered down. I mean, if you grew up around my father, that was every other word. Machine gun.
Because and I'm not defending Kirk, but I'm
I hope you don't hear this one day.
I'm not defending him, but if you gonna talk to me, if I was raised in the house, if you choose to treat your parents like they somebody off the streets, then they gonna treat you like you somebody off the streets. So don't give what you can't take. And you was being petty. And like you said, we don't know what the relationship was like. We don't know if he's been verbally abused all his life by his dad.
Yeah.
And he finally got the boss to boss up at him.
Yeah.
So we don't know any of that. But at 33, if something hurts you like that, people need to learn that you don't have to deal with your family.
True.
If they're toxic, you don't have to be bothered with that.
That's true. But
So why you keep going back for the abuse?
And it could be just simply because it's his father. And that's the unfortunate
That ain't good
part.
enough.
I agree with you, but you have so many people who have very toxic families, but it's all they have.
And then
So
that's
they
your
keep going
normal,
back.
and deal with it. That's your normal then, and you're dealing with
Oh,
it.
when
So
you grew up,
don't
when you
air
grew up
it.
in a black household, that ain't no abuse compared to what.
Well,
how
my
black
parents never
parents
cursed
talk
at
to.
me ever.
Oh damn! I mean, shoot.
No, my parents never cursed.
Oh.
I take that back.
That's
But
why
he
you're
never-
looking at it the
yeah.
way you look at it.
He
You're looking
never,
at it that
well,
way.
I've had some heated with my family, and words got exchanged.
Was it cuss words?
Cuss words got exchanged.
Oh.
But I wasn't thinking to record it. Yeah. Like, because that was in the heat of the moment. Like, both tempers flared, things got out of hand, said stuff that we didn't mean or did mean, and it just was built up over the years. And then you go your separate ways, and if you don't want to deal with each other, don't deal with each other. I ain't got to be bothered with you. I'm grown.
Right.
I don't have to be bothered with you.
I mean, sometimes you do have to separate yourself from the situation, even if it is family. And it may not be permanently, but sometimes you have to really just kind of step back from a toxic situation and get yourself together.
Or is
It
it
could
that
be
you
a lot
want them
going on with you.
funds? Because your daddy Kirk Franklin, and he got that show.
I mean, that's always possible, too.
So you're gonna
We don't know.
accept the abuse because you want to keep getting money.
Once again, that's not what he said. Is not abuse. I mean,
It wasn't to me. It
That's
was
weak.
because that's why I was saying, like, what did he say that even?
Yeah.
my father would have said "F you" after recording and F everybody around listening to it.
Because I remember my mom told me she'll beat me and beat the police when they get there if I call on her. So I'm like, okay. So that is pretty much like black family.
But we was a different generation. We knew not to call the police on our parents because by the time the police got there, we would already be dead.
Yeah. It's like, I wish
It was different. We knew we wasn't calling the police because mama would have whipped us up. Any uncles, daddies, cousins would have came over, aunties, uncles, whoever could have got to us first would have messed us up.
Let me
So
tell
skip
y'all.
the police.
Since we on stories, let me tell you a story.
Oh gosh.
So, my sister one time called herself, running away.
Hold on.
And look.
That's what you
We gotta let the audience know that this is his sister.
I am the sister. We not about to talk about me on this show. Listen, talk about me. You know I got stories on you, bro. I got stories. Don't do it. Made me take the microphone. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't do it.
Did you
Don't
see
do
that?
it.
Did you see that?
Don't do it.
Okay.
Don't do
So
it.
she
You know
ran
me.
away, and what happened? I just like,
Don't play with me. You better talk about somebody using another example.
She
Bro,
too vindictive.
bro,
She vindictive.
bro,
so
oh,
I
for
ain't
sure.
I'm not
know.
vindictive.
we've been friends
but
forever.
don't play with
I
me.
know.
Yeah.
Don't try to put me out the door, Jesus.
But yeah, Kurt, that
Like,
was.
don't put- Really?
I'm just saying. I'm telling you an example on how you grew up in a black family.
I got you.
Okay.
It's on now.
We can already
Wow.
tell how
It's
y'all
on
talking to
now.
each other.
Wow.
How it was
It's
growing up.
on.
Family.
This boy gonna say, I got a story. So my sister, she called herself running away one day. Don't tell my dirty secrets. Everybody don't know this.
Well, I ain't gonna tell.
Who this? But
I ain't gonna tell.
Oh,
You can
play
tell
with
me after the show.
No, he won't. Y'all better change the subject. All right, on to the next topic because they lost their everlasting minds telling my business. I tell my business. Oh, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
Mago or
Whatever her
Meghan?
name is.
Oh, you real
Y'all
bad.
tripping,
You
dog.
real bad, huh?
Ooh.
So what about Megan and
I don't even
Harry?
know. You talk about it.
Well, their interview, I didn't watch the interview. I'm not that invested in them.
So Crystal, tell us about the interview. You watch
Did
it?
you see it? Did you see the interview?
I got you. Oh, it's on now. You started the war. I'm ready now.
Wow.
He done brought the ugly side out.
Let's get back on
Nah,
task.
I ain't on task. Nah. You actually gonna tell the whole world I ran away? Really?
No, I was going to tell them
Really?
about what your mother did to you.
I can't believe you said that.
I'm talking about compared to what Kirk Franklin did,
Listen,
compared to what she
Crystal,
did
We
to
all was
you.
gonna run
You
away
said-
as a kid.
No, I
packed up a little duffel
did.
bag.
I actually did for a hot second. Really though. You know what go on in our house, stay in our house. And that what they used to tell us when we were young? You shady. I
They
got
could
you.
have
dog.
called CPS or what.
Oh no, I got
happened to
you.
her?
I got don't
So
let
I
me
just
tell.
went-
Hey, I know what you was doing at 16. Don't play with me.
Okay.
Don't
Wow.
let mama and daddy find out.
Wow.
Care if you are old, I still know your dirt. I ain't never told. Don't come for me. Don't come for me.
Okay, so let's go back to Family
Okay.
Dirt. Y'all always doing these perfect like
Wow.
little tie-ins.
It's
Family
all
Dirt.
now.
Meghan Markle and Harry talking about Family Dirt. That was a perfect. That's y'all. Y'all on cue today.
All right, talking about them.
That's her.
The royal interview
Okay.
with Prince Harry, Meghan Markle. She was saying how much racism it was.
Which
How
is
they were
like
worried about
shocking.
her
Like
baby.
who didn't think it was
Right.
racist? Like, come on.
I saw that one coming.
It's in the fabric of our world.
Yeah, even though it's still, I tell people, I say it's still funny to me because Queen Elizabeth's grandmother was biracial. She was referred to as a mulatto, just meaning she was basically biracial.
Yeah.
So she was mixed, black and white. They just don't talk about it. I don't think it came out to like the 90s.
So again, why wouldn't they talk about it if they wasn't ashamed about it?
And then when anybody know it was
But
black.
Rosalind, wasn't you just going hard on me about dating a white woman?
We're not talking about
Oh,
that.
he ready.
We talking about
How
we
you
talking
gonna go
about
back from Meghan
racial.
He
Markle?
is ready.
huh? We talking about racial, right? Black and white.
No.
So it
We
ain't the
were
same.
not talking to no, we were
It's not the same.
I'm trying to get the correlation for one
So-
from
so-
Meghan Markle and you.
So how do
dating
you feel
somebody
about
white.
black men dating white women?
We'll talk about that at another show. How about that? That's not the topic today.
That's how you do that.
That ain't the
It's a
topic
correlation.
today. No, it's not.
We talking about
We're not talking about. We're not talking about black men dating white women.
we talking about how they feel about it. We talking about
No, we're
he's
not. We're
white,
talking about
he's
this
black.
royal
Just because
family.
you're a black man that happens to like white women, we don't have to
I
have
don't
this topic
date
right
white women
now.
anymore, but
So then
He
why-
does. We don't have to talk about this right now. Oh,
what's my last white woman I done dated?
Oh, Lord
I don't
Jesus.
know. Most of them light enough to almost be white. But
Wow.
moving on to Meghan Markle. I'm ready now.
Don't
You
start
done
that
started.
stuff. Don't
You
start
done
that
started
stuff.
now.
Oh,
I'm
my
ready.
goodness.
I'm ready.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
ready now.
Are we ready for a break yet?
No, we ain't
she
ready
getting
for
too
no break.
aggressive.
Do we need one? We probably do. I don't know. Oh, are we supposed to be taking one?
Yeah, we could.
He gonna get me started.
We can take a quick break.
We might
We
as well go all the
good.
way
We
through.
can talk through that.
So
So let's
we-
finish up with Meghan Markle and stay on task.
Okay.
Okay, so she was talking about the racism and how they were treated, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
And of course, the royal family was upset, trying to do some damage control. He was saying that it wasn't necessarily the family, but it was, I guess,
The firm. I did read that.
yeah,
Firm.
that were saying they were kind of concerned about how dark her baby would turn out, whether he would look black or white, stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I don't know, it was just a lot of nonsense because people were really upset. They were talking about cutting him off and just everything when they didn't want to take titles.
But we knew it was something. At least I did when Harry decided to step down and
Yeah.
renounce his title. It had to have been something. So they're not just making stuff up.
Yeah.
Unless she put it on him and got his head all wrapped up.
I mean, that does happen.
know, and he just like, I'm going wherever she go.
But you know,
But I doubt that. He's always been the rebel.
Rebellious, yeah.
he always been the rebel.
Yeah.
But she did
He's
put him
lived
up.
his
She
own
put it
life.
on him. He renounced his hookup. So
well, that's
yeah.
But I
obvious.
don't
He
think. But
married
at
her.
the end of the day, was he really ever going to inherit the throne? Like
Never.
he's so far pushed back.
Right.
And Kate makes sure she keep popping out babies to push him further and further back.
It didn't matter. It really don't matter anyway. People make a big deal out of that.
Yeah, it's like I don't even understand why they even have a king and a queen over there. Like they have a parliament, the president over there.
It's like
Doesn't
tradition.
it's
Tradition.
just a show.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It doesn't make sense. So what happened? It was some other drama that came from this. I believe his name is Pierce Morgan. It was a point where Megan was saying that she was thinking about committing suicide because of all the pressure and all the stress that was going on. So Pierce Morgan made a comment and said, "Oh, I don't believe that. Like, basically, I think she's lying. I don't think she was going to ever commit suicide, blah, blah, blah." So, of course, that's caused a lot of drama, a lot of controversy, because it's like, this lady is opening up, talking about suicide, and you're saying it like it's a joke, like it wasn't true, and trying to discredit her like she's just lying for attention. So, this ended up being a lot of drama.
But he's been coming for Megan from the very beginning. It's like he has a vendetta against her. And that's where all of that stemmed from. Because people was like, okay, you constantly always got her name in your mouth for you not to like her so much. Why you keep talking about her? And it's been ever since she got married to Harry.
I think he mad because he can't get with her. That's why he over there hating all
So
the
that's
time.
what happened. They hung out, and she ghosted him. And he mad about it.
Oh, she did?
They didn't date. They just went out for tea or whatever. And then she ghosted him. And he said it.
For tea.
Or whatever.
Yeah,
you know, the
that's
pub,
what they do.
whatever.
That's
yeah.
a UK thing. We're going to go out for tea and crumpets.
Well, we
like,
go out for coffee. Should we go to the coffee house?
He gonna say
What?
tea
What's
and
the
crumpets,
difference?
though.
We get coffee.
who
That's
who
true.
go out for coffee?
I do.
Here
Okay.
we go. Look at this
Like,
face. That silent judgment.
I ain't about to say nothing.
he can't judge me.
I'm just saying, that's probably like an
people do that,
older
though.
thing. That's an
No, you
older
would-
thing.
Have you been in a coffee house lately with all the young kids that you go there to study when I was in college? Like, dude, come on.
We talking about
Where you been?
a date, right?
No.
That's what we were just saying.
No, they went. It wasn't a date. It was friends. Like they were just going out.
So when the last time you been out for coffee, Roslyn?
Let me see. None of your business.
Oh.
Okay. So, Dick want all the smoke
do you have your
today.
preferred coffee spots? I
All
mean,
your-
Starbucks?
No, I go to Starbucks.
How many times a week you go to Starbucks?
Not often.
Oh.
I mean, for one, we work in mobile, so it's not like I'm passing Starbucks. I'm at the house. So
I'm
I
talking
make
about-
my own coffee.
What you trying to ask? Is she going to Starbucks to find a man or something?
Or are you trying to take me to Starbucks? Like, what it is? You
No,
gonna buy me some coffee?
I'm just asking. Dunkin' Donuts?
I have had theirs.
Oh,
I heard
okay.
it's really good though. But anyway,
All
that's
right.
what happened. And Pierce got ghosted, and Pierce is big mad, and he can't stop talking about Megan. And he got fired. Or
Yeah,
he resigned.
I didn't know that part, that they went out. So obviously,
But it wasn't a date.
Yeah,
It wasn't
but
in that
obviously for him to
capacity.
be,
It was tea.
for him to have
crumpets.
this many issues with her though, and keep talking about her, keep trying to put her down and belittle her and make her look stupid. Obviously, he feels some type of way. So obviously, he thought it could have been more
Yeah.
for him to behave like that.
And then on the same token, I'm like, okay, yeah, people feelings get hurt. Like, but dang, I thought we was friends, or you know, and now you don't want to talk to me. But he needs to look at it, dude. You're the press. Now she's marrying into royalty. Do she really want to be associated with the press? And maybe they told her that can't happen because you can't even really. If you're my friend, I can't really talk to you because you are the press.
Yeah, she definitely has to censor
The press.
a lot of things that she says.
Really,
He's a beta man. That's the reason why.
Oh my God.
She probably with an alpha right now. She with a Prince. Remember Coming to America? Prince. So
You said alpha.
He said he
What?
was a baby.
He said alpha.
Lord.
See, we
Wow.
about to
Look,
get on
she
this.
trying to
He
get
is
at me.
baiting us.
No.
Because he
Tryna
wants
get
to
at me.
smoke.
Oh, he about to get it. He's about to get it.
Smoke today.
You see her trying to get
So,
at me?
I'm gonna say this. I'm not even gonna fly off the handle.
Okay.
I'm gonna be real chill and say most men that think they're alphas are not.
Because if you saying that, you definitely not. An alpha don't have to say that they're alpha. It's just going to be known.
You hear that? Y'all hear that? You hear that? You hear that?
That's why they know me. So that ain't a question
Whatever.
over here. Who holding it down? Look, she want to start something anyway. Come on.
Not at all.
I want to talk about them stimmies, y'all. People losing their mind
Okay.
off those stimulus checks.
Stimulus checks.
Yes. One
That's
dude here got shot. They were, and I'm like, how you gonna argue over somebody else's stimulus check? Yeah, that happened the other day. It was a 30-year-old shot a 51-year-old on the west side. And they said all they know is that it was something about the stimulus check.
That's wild.
Then in Indiana, a guy got into it with his girlfriend about the stimulus check, killed her and 3 other people, including a 7-year-old.
That's crazy.
I heard
Yes.
that story.
And I'm like, that's so sad that it just shows you how little so many people have that they acting crazy over $1,400. That's like nothing. $1,400 ain't nothing. That's your bills. You done. In one
Exactly.
day,
Ain't
once you
nothing
paid
to
your
you.
bills, you broke.
But when people been broke for so long,
But
this
that's
is
the
like
sad
real
part
money
about
to
it,
them.
that
Unemployment.
You've been
I mean,
that broke
shoot.
that $1,400
It's
is
worth
worth
somebody's
killing
life.
somebody
Right.
over.
I mean, that's some other crazy stuff. We live
Like, that's insanity.
in a crazy society right now where mental health is an issue. So I think that's more so a mental health issue. If somebody gonna go to that links.
But not for all. For some people, it may be. For some people, you just may be an evil person, just wicked, where you don't care. If you don't value your own life, you're not going to value anyone else's. Because you've had people kill some. I saw on the news, I remember years ago, this man killed somebody over $5. $5, you took somebody's life. Now you're in prison for the rest of your life.
He wanted to kill somebody anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just
So
the
some people are
opportunity
just.
came. Some people.
I mean,
already
that
be
old
at the
boy,
edge.
like, men, I ain't gonna put it on mental health because too many people have mental health and they not going around killing people.
I'm not. I said that's an issue that we facing in today's society.
Oh yeah,
a lot of,
it's there.
a lot of stuff that's
but
happening in
I'm not
relationships and
gonna
all
put
that
it-
is still play a part in mental health.
Yeah,
That's because
but
people sleeping with
no.
you. That's because people sleeping with you before they realize you crazy.
Okay.
That's why you wait.
What?
That's why you wait. People jump into bed way too fast, and you don't even know this person. You can go over their house. They might have the medication sitting right in the cabinet. You don't know anything.
So look. So
That's why you go and look
Look
and
at
right
So look,
now.
Wait,
listen.
look at
Google
crazy
man.
man.
So was you waiting when you was mingling in school mingling? Was you waiting?
Actually,
You checked the medicine
I
cabinet?
did. I didn't check the medicine cabinet, but actually I did wait. Don't try to put me out there. Don't try to put
I'm
me
just
out
saying,
there.
ain't that the topic of the
hey,
show?
We got stories,
No, the
bro.
topic of
Don't
the
try to put me out there.
She talking about these stories.
Don't try to put me out there.
Stories.
I got stories now.
I don't live in the
you
past.
keep saying you don't want this
You
smoke,
can't
but I
define
feel
me
like you want it.
based on
I
my
feel
past.
like you want
so it doesn't matter.
Your thought pass. Say it like it is.
What?
Super thought pass.
Are you calling me thirsty?
Call you a hoe.
Oh. Okay,
Wow,
how we
did
get to
you
this?
just hear
How
that?
we go from stimulus
Did you hear
check to calling people hoes?
Okay, reform.
She just called me a.
I'm sorry.
A 304.
Reformer. You forget.
Wow.
You forget me and you used to hang back in the day. You forgot. You forgot. I done roll with you when you had to make a few stops. Don't play. Your sister remembered.
Okay.
You're not a whore.
Let's talk about now. Let's talk about now.
Your sister know her brother.
I
Don't
don't
play
know.
with me. You want to change the subject. Now he wouldn't change that subject.
Oh, I ain't
Trying to talk
scared.
about-
Okay, so that one.
Don't
I ain't
want
scared.
this.
I just don't live in the
You don't
past.
want this.
I don't care. What
We
can
can
you
talk
say?
about the past and right now. Do we need to?
I think we should keep going
What?
on the topics because there's too much going in the world today to be talking about somebody past starting and bopping.
Thank you.
How far in the past? We talking about like 6 months, a year?
thotting and
I mean, what we talking
thotting
about?
leads to
Oh.
being loose, and
I don't know nothing about that.
He want to keep saying that like women so loose. Right.
I didn't say
You know
that.
anything about biology, you know a woman can push out an 8-pound baby and it goes right back.
Crystal, you just
Like
wanna,
it
you
used
just want
to
to
be.
say something to me.
I'm just saying, because you
What?
tripping right now.
No,
you
I'm not.
tripping
I'm
right
chilling.
now. But y'all men want to sit here and screw anything
But
that's moving and
men-
walking, but want to talk about women.
Let's not make this a
Y'all
man
want
and
to talk
woman
about,
thing.
oh, you done made it a man and woman thing.
Hey, you
But
only
keep
got
calling
like
women
less than 2
loose.
minutes on your show, so
Hey, I can get a whole lot out
You
there in
might
less
wanna
than
wrap it
30
up.
seconds. Don't play with
Okay,
me.
wait. I just want to say the last thing while we got the last 36 seconds or whatever. The dude that did since we talking about sex, y'all are really on point today. They're saying he was a sex addict and went and killed all them Asian women
He was
in
just
Atlanta.
crazy. I don't believe that.
And I'm like, how
Sex
y'all? I'm
addict.
he
like,
wanted to kill them.
so I'm like, y'all making up. And then the sheriff was like, he was having a bad day.
If he was black, he'd be under the jail.
I was like, but
he'd
y'all
be a low-life thug
killed George
murderer.
Floyd over a fake $20 bill. So he wasn't having a bad day, but this dude went to different massage parlors and killed 8 Asian women.
That's because they make excuses
Wow.
for them.
he was white.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Of course, because it's excuses for her. They don't make
Yeah.
excuses for people of color.
So now they're
They're
looking at hate
thugs.
crimes.
Then they pull
Low
out.
lives,
Then
yeah.
they go look and pull back. Oh, they had all these crimes that they did in the past. Oh, they was on drugs. They grew up in a foster care.
Yeah.
They try to demonize us, but when
Always.
it's a white person that killed 20 people, he was just having a bad day. He had
Or
some
you
mental
go
health.
buy him a sandwich.
That's true.
They say they did. The sheriff was
always
like
do
he was
that.
having a bad day.
Remember Dylan Roof? They went and bought him Burger King.
They bought him food
But they beat the crap out of us and lock us up.
for less.
So,
This was a real interesting show. So I look forward to next. We're gonna have you come. You might have to come on the
What?
show with us.
All right.
All right, everybody. Well, that's it. Do you have any closing remarks, Chris, Vic?
Crystal P and friends.
we done.
Wow.
See y'all next time.
Okay.
Make a move, make it better. Yeah. Forget the rest.
Are y'all feeling better?
You're rocking with the best radio station on the planet. SDM Live Unplugged.